Hey, girls. July 17th, 2025. The double waved hand. The double. Oh, we're getting off to a great start today, aren't we? The double handed wave. Why is that so exciting? I'm in a good mood today. Long story. I went to my class, what was that, yesterday? Went up there and had an experience because those guys are struggling, and yet another guy showed up, a new guy now. It was his first day, and he's going through the same thing. Hasn't seen his kids in about 9 months, and he's not going to, because of the scam that goes on. I got asked if by somebody else. Well, actually, I got asked a couple questions, but I got asked, is this real? Does this really happen with fathers? And I think I might make a video showing you exactly how real it is. Maybe not showing you. You know how real it is. But for the dads out there, and that's one of the reasons I started putting these on YouTube, was because I started interacting with fathers who are going through the same thing, and it's very real. It's the war on fathers is what it's referred to. I don't know that maybe I agree with that. I haven't really considered it. It's a title, and I don't care too much for titles. I care about what's going on. But it is very real, and seeing that guy, he was a mess. He was an absolute mess. Now, I know I said I'm in a good mood, but that's because I just got back from my therapy session, personal therapy, that I go see my therapist and just vent, kind of like this. And I said to him, these classes are brutal, because I've done them in the past, and in the past, I had this belief, like, okay, I'll see the girls soon. It's going to come. It's going to happen. Mom will stop doing this. She won't keep doing this. And it was this hope, but it also created pain, because when you have expectations like that, you can be let down. And that's what would happen, is I would be let down. Obviously. And like I said, a couple videos ago, the healing has begun, and you guys are up there now. More pictures are coming, but I went to my therapist and told him about this, and he made a statement to me that just made me feel good, because I beat myself up every single day. Every day I wake up and you guys aren't there, and then I think about the pain mom is in. And some people will say, she's not in pain anymore. Well, to do something like this to kids, you have to be in pain. No person who is at peace will do this to anybody. That's the definition of peace. Peace gets kind of misconstrued. Peace is not happiness, not joy. It is not having a desire to hurt anybody. That is what peace is. That's why, Jesus died on the cross, and he died at peace. He wasn't having a good time. He was at peace. He had no desire to hurt anybody. He lived his life in peace, no desire to hurt anybody. May the peace of Christ be with you. May you also experience a desire to not hurt anybody. And when I beat myself up like that every day, multiple times a day, I get to thinking, like, God, am I just a horrible person? Don't answer too quickly. And my therapist today told me, I've wondered if what you tell me is legitimate. And I'm speaking his words. He said, I wonder if what you say to me is legitimate. And I see this pain that you're in because you see other people in pain. And I think you're in this pain because of the opposite extreme. You are such a good person that you made some bad decisions, yeah, but you have a genuinely good heart. And I'll tell you, to hear that from somebody else was fantastic. Because you get to self-doubting. You get into that negative self-talk and self-doubting, and it can lead you down a bad path. And just to have that reassurance from somebody else, it felt good. It felt good. But I told you I got asked a couple questions. I saw somebody else, and they had watched a couple of my videos. And they said, it seems like you might be a little bit bitter towards women. And I really pondered that, and I actually went to therapy and talked about that one too. And I came to the conclusion, because after really thinking about it, and I'll show you what I mean. No, I'm not bitter towards women at all. If anything, I'm just feel sorry for them because so many people have lied to them and told them, you can behave this way. You haven't done anything wrong. You're doing great. You're doing wonderful. All these BS lies, when in reality what that person is saying to them is, I don't want to engage with you. I don't want to tell you you're doing anything wrong. And so I'm just going to dismiss you. And I'm then going to go over here and leave you alone. The people who do this never engage with the person, with the female, on a really deep level. They will tell them, yeah, no, you're doing great. I'm sure it's going to work out. Hey, I got to go. All right, bye. And then inevitably, when that woman goes out into the real world and tries to have interactions and tries to live a life, it turns to shit. It does. And here's what I mean. I was watching a video. It's how I pass the time. And, it's self-explanatory. This is Matt Walsh talking about... Matt Walsh is a commentator, political commentator usually. But he's also a social commentator. Here, take a listen.
In what has become something of a monthly tradition on social media, 2 videos have gone viral featuring young women distraught over their inability to find a man who they consider worthy of their time. A week ago, it was this woman expressing her deep frustrations over this issue. Listen.
Quick question. Are you kidding me? I am so sick and tired of just everything right now. Everyone is so quick to say, stop doing this, stop thinking like this, stop telling me I'm wrong.
Well, there's red flag number 1. Stop telling me I'm wrong. Okay. And then what do those people do? Those people are trying to give her advice. And she doesn't want to be told she's wrong. Why? How can that happen? Well, because for the better part of her young life, she was never told she was wrong. She was told, no, you're doing great. Oh, no, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. And all that BS.
I've literally convinced myself at this point, based on everything that everyone's telling me, my therapist, my family, my friends, that I'm just doing everything wrong. Like, I genuinely just want love in my life so badly. It's literally not about anyone else. It's just about me.
It's not about anyone else. It's about me. These are like the battle cries of the unhappy woman. And it's brutal to watch. It's not about anybody else. It's about me. She's not thinking to herself, what can I give somebody? What can I provide to somebody? Because she's been told her entire life, you don't need to provide for no man. He's going to come to you, and what he gets is time with you.
And what I want.
What I want.
And being over the fact that I don't have it. I feel like
I don't have it.
I have done so much work on myself.
Okay, now listen. She's about to go on a rant that explains exactly why she's unhappy, and she doesn't even realize it. I want you to listen to how many times she says, I've done this for me, I've done this for me, I've done this for me. Never once saying what she's given anybody. Why would anybody want to engage with somebody who does this?
I have built a beautiful life for myself. I'm happy with my life where I'm at, my job. I'm successful. I'm independent.
I'm successful. I'm independent. She heard those catchphrases from women. Men aren't looking for successful or independent. That's not what they're looking for. We don't care about success. We don't. And if you're independent, well, then be independent. Why are you looking for a man if you're independent?
I'm healthier than I've ever been.
Me. Not I've helped people get healthy.
I take such good care of myself.
I take such good care of myself.
Truly, the only thing I'm missing in my life is someone to enjoy it with.
Truly, the only thing I'm missing in my life is someone to give me what I want.
And I'm so sick of waiting. Like, when is it going to be my turn?
When is it going to be my turn?
What more do I have to do to fix myself?
Oh, the condescension that she could possibly need to fix herself. She doesn't need to fix herself. Who told her that? I know exactly who told her that.
Or I'm just allowed to be happy. Am I just supposed to be alone? Like, is that the message?
You're not supposed to be alone. The people around you, the people around her, created a situation in which she is going to be alone.
That this beautiful life I've built for myself, like, it's just...
This beautiful life I've built for myself. Everything. Me, 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 and me. Why would any man want to go, oh, okay, I'm in.
It's supposed to be me in it alone?
Yeah. I've said it before. Whatever you love, that's what God is going to give you. And if you just love yourself and only do things for yourself, which, by the way, you should love yourself. But if you just do me, 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 that's what God is going to give you. She has asked for things for herself. And now God is giving it to her. Just like she asked. We are not condemned to hell by God. We choose it. People choose that life.
Like, I know I have my dog, and I love him so...
I know I have my dog, singular, another battle cry of the unhappy woman. because that poor dog is by itself. Whenever she's not around, she steals the energy from that dog when it's around, when she has time for it, and then leaves it at home to sit in solitude.
So much, but like, I need.
The number of unhappy women that have a singular dog is, my heart breaks for these dogs.
Love.
Stop.
So, I see stuff like that all the time now. I don't know if it's the algorithm giving it to me or what. I don't want to see it, but I see it. And I hear about the loneliness epidemic and all that sort of stuff. And I think about you guys. I'm like, oh my God, they're going out into this world and they're going to be trained in the same way that that woman was trained. By whom? Well, it started out with her family. Her family never engaged with her and said, no, that is wrong. Or maybe they tried and then she fought back and they kind of went, okay, never mind. I'm going to go over here now. And then they started doing no, you're doing everything right. You're doing everything right. No, you're not wrong. And so now to hear she's wrong is overwhelming for her. She can't take it. So she does everything for herself and wonders why no one wants to engage with her. Because that circle that's every woman has, every single one, that circle that they think loves them is doing the exact opposite of love. They're appeasing them and going, yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. Now go away, please. Go away. I'll see you next Tuesday when you come over for dinner, and then I'll politely ask you to leave after I'm sick of your nonsense. That is the kind of woman, and I've heard this before, that needs protection. She has to be protected from things. And that's what her family does. They shield her. They say, no. You don't have to make any changes. You're doing great. It's him. He has to change. And now she sits there alone. It's heartbreaking. You would have to be a sociopath to not feel bad for her. My heart breaks for her because she has no idea. She's been lied to, and she thinks that world that surrounds her is reality, and it's not. So, when someone said to me, it seems like you're bitter towards women. No. I feel unbelievably bad for women. I feel sad for them because the vast majority now have no idea that they've been lied to. It's another reason I make these videos, because accountability is never brought into these people's lives. And then they're forced to be accountable, and they have no idea what to do. It is no different than a child who's in school being told when he writes 2 + 2 is 5. And when the grammar is terrible, and you still pass him. Oh, no, you're doing great. You're doing great. See, it's oppression that has made it so you can't understand basic math. It's oppression that you need to be protected from thinking you need to use proper grammar. And then they go out into the real world and go to job interviews. And they can't get a job. Why is nobody hiring me? Well, because your teachers let you down. That's why. So turn around, look at them, give them the big middle finger, and say, you screwed me over here, and now I got to go fix this. No, we didn't screw you over. We were protecting you. Why do they need protection? I'm not bitter towards women. I actually believe women are equal to men. Maybe not physically. Watch out, I'll show you a funny video later on. But women are capable of doing most things men can do, not all. And men are capable of doing all things women can, well, most things women can do, not all. And if you feel the need to protect somebody, you're hurting them. It's like a spotter at the gym, right? You know, it's either all about flying or working out, Dad. I know. But imagine somebody who goes to the gym and wants to lift weight. And they go and they start to lift weight, and somebody who loves them comes over and starts lifting the weight for them. See, I'm helping you. I'm protecting you. You could get hurt by this weight, so I'm going to lift it for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then they rack it, put the weight away. Now, you did great. You did wonderful. What that person is actually doing is using the other person so they can feel good about themselves. I helped somebody. See, I'm a good person now because I helped them and I protected them. No, you really screwed that person over. That person had the opportunity to get stronger and you didn't let them because you wanted to pretend to be some sort of a savior, a hero, a heroine. That's the reality of these people, and that's what comes of it. So I started thinking, how do I feel about women? And I never really thought about it. And then I realized, I've talked about this before. That was my realization. I've talked about this before. Dana Lynn Bailey. I literally put her on when I work out now. Dana Lynn Bailey is my girlfriend. Where is she? There she is.
Bottom, take momentum out, and push up. Sticking around that 8-ish rep range. I'm going by. So next up is pec deck fly, or you can,
Dana is a champ in every way, and I follow her workouts. It used to be back in the day when I first started exercising. It wasn't Dana back then. It was her, Chalene Johnson. And I still watch Chalene. Talk about just an awesome person.
You're training as hard as you possibly can, but your body is burning fewer calories because your body's always trying to conserve energy.
I love her.
So, interesting story. So I started creating these workout programs for health clubs.
I know that workout
Turbo
video.
Kick.
I know that workout video.
myself.
Oh, you shut up. See, I don't want to see the man. Get back to Chalene. But Chalene, fantastic. One of my favorite people on the planet. Somehow she's cute and unbelievably jacked. Kristen Nunn. And I realized after I started thinking about these, do I watch men? No, I really don't actually. There's a couple that I do. Dr. Mike and Jeff Cavalier. Good information. But I prefer to get my information from females. I do. I don't know what that's about. I don't care. But I know that I'm not bitter.
It's a new year, which means a new you. So it's time to make up for all the protein you missed in 2022. So you're going to want to start with a scoop of protein. Add a cup of almond milk.
It's funny.
Then you're going to want to add some protein. So then you're going to throw in a whole banana. Then we're going to add some protein. Now what I like to do for a little taste is add in some protein. Now it wouldn't really be a smoothie without some ice cubes. Dump some protein on your ice cubes and then add it to the mix. Then and only then we can add some protein and blend. All for more tip.
I adore her. She is just a treat. Same thing. Jillian Michaels. I love Jillian Michaels.
One of the questions I get asked the most often question would be motivation. And I've talked about this before.
Jillian Michaels was one of the first. Susan Powter, if I can pull her up. Susan Powter is probably where I got my how do I put it? My affinity, is that it? For girls with short hair back in the day. Susan Powter. There she is. She's Australian. Oh, yeah, she's Australian. That's right. Back in the day, Susan Powter, if you can see who that is. Let's see here. Was there she is. She's beautiful. And she was a fitness influencer back in the 90s, one of the first females to do it. And then later on came Jillian Michaels. But anyway, yeah, I think I still have a crush on Susan Powter. But all these fitness people that I follow a couple guys, but for the most part, I look to females. If I'm bitter towards females, wouldn't I? Get that bitch off the freaking TV. No, I don't. I'm like, I gravitate towards that. Career-wise and motivational-wise, one of my absolute favorite people on the planet. I struggle with it because this person literally helped me, like really helped me get from a place of self-doubt to accomplishment.
My name's Michelle Curran. I also go by Mace. I was a fighter pilot, and that's my call sign. The last 3 years of my career, I was a solo pilot for the Air Force Thunderbirds, flying air shows all across the country.
It's not often you get to meet a true military pioneer.
Did not plan on becoming a pilot, but I did need a way to pay for school, and so I ended up applying for an Air Force scholarship through ROTC. I went with the Air Force unit.
So, Mace Curran, she gives TED Talks now and writes books and gives motivational speeches, makes a ton of videos. Truly awesome human being. Along those same lines, someone I love that I share her story with people every now and then, Amanda Lee.
In the Navy, and my division chief said, "You don't belong here. I don't feel like you're challenged enough." So I was like, let's try to fly.
The Blue Angels has selected its first female pilot.
I am in panic mode immediately.
The pilots will pull 7.5 Gs.
It's critical that
Which, by the way, I don't think they show her in this video, but the flight surgeon for the Blue Angels, total badass doctor for the Blue Angels.
they stay away
Not Amanda, but another female.
during that maneuver.
Challenges to get the newbies up to speed.
You don't really know if you'll actually get there.
Being a newbie, I had never GLAC before.
You got this. Keep squeezing. Okay.
Whammo! She's out.
Majority of folks don't make it.
That's the look of absolute fear. I know I've showed that before. Who else? Amanda Stalin is her call sign. It's an interesting story for her because, and I want to phrase this properly. The Blue Angels had a previous female pilot that was controversial. And a lot of people thought maybe she had been selected to the Blue Angels simply because she was female, not because of her qualifications. And so she kind of got brushed to the wayside. And then Stalin, Amanda, showed up. I wanted to know about Amanda, and so I looked into it. And she is an absolute badass. Legitimate, absolute badass. And a amazing pilot. When I look for comedy, when I'm looking to lighten the mood, I turn to females. Nikki Glazer is one of them. I don't have her pulled up. Christina Pazitsky. One of my new favorites right now is Leonardo, and I can never say her name properly. Leonarda, it's kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonarda Joni. And I love her because she's on the edge. She says some things that are a little bit crass sometimes, but she's just fun. She's got a fire in her.
We got any single people here? Single people? You're single, lady? Yeah? Why don't you stand up? Come on, we'll get you a date tonight. Were you married before?
I was married to a woman for 20.
All right, get off the stage. What made you stop being a lesbian?
I turned 40.
She turned 40. There's not a lot going for you right now. So what are you looking for in a man?
Someone to take the lead and I think play that male role. And
so after 40 years of you doing whatever you want a man to come in and take the lead? Fix everything. Here's the good news, guys. She was a lesbian for 20 years, so she's used to domestic abuse. We got any single people here?
So, yeah, she just tells it like it is. I know it's rough, but she does. That's why I love her. Sometimes she goes a little bit overboard, but Tina Frimmel is beginning to be my new favorite comedian, like, of all. Because when we talk about, like, protection, people who need to be protected, usually it's people with, like, disabilities or stuff, something like that. You know, people who don't really have all the same opportunities for whatever reason, but genuinely do not have all of the same opportunities that everyone else does. Tina has cerebral palsy, and I think that's it. Pretty sure. In any case, she takes that and she runs with it. She doesn't need to be protected. She is.
So a funny thing happens when you cheat death on the first day of living. Your life is kind of in the bonus round. You know, like I can do whatever. I'm on free play. Like Grand Theft Auto, that video game, it's like a Monday. I'm not even on this show. Like, I just got up here. What is Jimmy going to say? He can't say anything. That's illegal. A funny thing happened.
Oh, God. She's adorable. I absolutely love her. And the reality is, getting back to that love thing, just off topic really quick, in this weird way, I can't give her my energy. She recharges my energy. In a very bizarre way, she is loving me. She's giving me her energy. That's what love is. When you love somebody, you give them your energy. And I'm taking her energy and getting recharged. When I'm having a bad day, Tina Frimmel is a wonderful way to recharge my battery. Another person that I look to, and I'm beating this to death, I know. One of the coolest names, Amy Shira Teetle. And Amy, hi Muffin.
Does this not look quite right to you? Do you think it should look a little bit more like this? Well, it should look exactly like this. We're talking about why
I love her
there are
energy.
no stars.
Again, good energy. She's got fire. She's got drive. And she's smart as... Oh, it's frightening how smart she is. And she'll never need to tell you how smart she is. FYI.
Stars in the Apollo images today on
So,
Vintage Space.
Amy is a aviation historian, space historian.
So let's begin by stating the obvious. Apollo astronauts flew to the moon before there were digital
And just an
cameras.
all-around
And so the pictures
cool
they took
person.
on the lunar surface were taken before.
I just watch her videos for historical fun. Emily King. Emily is an absolute angel of a human being in that she is one of the first women to advocate for men. in this whole man-hating environment that started a few years back, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whenever it was, Emily went down a different path. Instead of going down the road of listening to other women, she actually thought to herself, wait a minute, what is this behavior? What is this shit on men behavior? And started making videos to actually educate women about the minds of men.
Right, that the bar is so low with men that we talk about them like they're preschoolers. It's like, yeah, he's still learning to talk about his feelings. Yeah, but he does know about questions. Yeah, he knows how to ask questions every now and then.
Yeah, most men can't talk about their feelings. That's how low their bar is for women. Actually, their bar is so low that they would rather get a dog to tell their feelings to. Because the dog's response, which is literally a blank stare, is better than most women's responses they've ever received.
It's not just a blank stare. Dogs give you their energy. They love you. They just shower you with their energy. She's an absolute treat. And she gets shit on by women like crazy. I've read some of the comments that females put in her videos and talk about toxic, nasty, and just hateful. But that's what she's fighting, is that mentality that's created this environment we're in. Pearl. And I don't even know her last name, but I know Pearl. Same thing. She challenges this female hatred of men.
Even if you're a single parent household, your mom has a lot of money or your dad has a lot of money, chances are you're going to be a lot better than a two-parent household.
Okay, you know what's so crazy? You keep going back to this.
Yeah, if you have money, you're going to be better than having a father around. So kick the father out, take his money. And there's an entire clan of female divorce attorneys that help women do that. So when I say that this is all propagated by female divorce attorneys, that right there is the mindset of a female divorce attorney. She listened to a female divorce attorney and picked up that mentality.
Where money is better than family.
I'm talking about Western society right now.
Even in a Western society.
Yeah, in a West.
Why is a money better than a father? Because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's never a single father home. It's almost always a single mother home. So you're basically saying that money replaces fatherhood. Because in the last 100 years, when women have gotten the opportunity to take money over a dad, that is what we do. Okay. And that's why we shouldn't vote. And that's why we shouldn't have all these privileges. And that's why we shouldn't go to these goddamn therapists that just tell you to get divorced.
Even if there's...
She has the same take on therapists that I do, having been to a number of therapists and having seen what was done to you guys by therapists. Female ones, all of them, by the way. Coincidence, though. Total coincidence. He's bitter towards women. You sure about that? Maybe I just hold women to the same standard that men are held to, because I believe that they can achieve that standard. And one of my all-time favorites now, just because she's just fun. Nicole Cohen, the woodchopper.
Is an echo of my past. Every moment, every lesson, every stage of growth made me what I am today. So I became
a forest-dwelling, wood-chopping, lesbian lumberjack. Honestly, Bible camp really didn't prepare me for that one. You know, life is weird. It's also really short and full of possibilities. So just be who you want to be, do what you want to do, and enjoy the journey. Okie dokie? Who I am.
So, I love her. She's a treat. I don't agree with that last little part there. Gotta say, I don't agree with that last little part of be who you are, do what you want to do. You gotta do what you gotta do. We're all tasked with something. She has so much fun with it that I don't realize that she has gone down the path that the universe, God, whatever, set out for her. And I know that because of how genuinely happy she is, how happy she appears. She appears to be at peace. She doesn't have a desire to hurt anybody. She brings joy to people.
Is an echo of my past. Every moment, every lesson, every stage of growth made me what I am today. So I became a forest-dwelling, wood-chopping, lesbian lumberjack. Honestly, Bible camp really didn't prepare me for that one.
She's a treat.
You know, life is weird. It's also really short and full of possibilities. So just be who you want to be, do what you want to do, and enjoy the journey.
I would say be who you're driven to be. Find that drive. It's there, but hopefully it's what you want. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do. And that's, to me, is the key. That's called sacrifice. I don't want to do this, but I got to do this. And sacrifice, the ultimate representation of love. It's easy to give your love to somebody when you want to do it. It's not so easy to give your love to people when you don't want to do it. And that's what God looks for. Is the I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Which, by the way, so I'm critical of many women. I am. I fully admit that. Oh, which, by the way, as far as people I admire and love, very much admire and love Mom. She still and will always be just love her to death. Love can drive you crazy. Remember that too. I didn't realize that. So anyway, somebody said to me, I feel like you're judging me. I feel like you're judging me. Judge not, lest ye be judged. And that's where a lot of this crap comes from, is people don't want to seem like they're judging somebody else. You got that wrong. A lot of people have that very, very wrong. In fact, they have it 180 degrees off, backwards. And when I do turn to a male, one of the males I turn to is Father Mike. Father Mike makes a lot of videos to just explain in his regard it's Catholicism, which I've steered away from the Catholic Church, not the religion, but the church, for obvious reasons. We had a little bit of a falling out, and anyway, listen to what Father Mike has to say about judging other people.
If there is any verse from the Bible, if there's any teaching of Jesus that everyone knows, whether they're Catholic or not, whether they're Christian or not, whether they've even been in a church or not. Hi, my name is Father Mike Schmitz, and this is Ascension Presents. This one is in Matthew chapter 7, where he says, stop judging, that you may not be judged. Jesus, while he said, do not judge, lest you be judged. Do not condemn, lest you be condemned. I don't think it means what you think it means. When Jesus is saying, do not judge, does he mean we cannot basically call balls and strikes? When Jesus says, do not judge, does he mean that we can't actually say, okay, that behavior is wrong or that behavior is right? And the answer is no. That's not what Jesus means. Not only does he say, remove the wooden beam from your own eye so that you can help remove the splinter from your brother's eye. That means you have to notice there's a splinter in your brother's eye and you want to help him. So we have that. But in the very same chapter, in the very same teaching, Jesus goes on to say, do not give what is holy to dogs. Do not throw pearls before swine. Well, you have to judge, or at least another word is, you have to assess. Am I throwing pearls before swine? Or am I throwing or giving pearls to someone who actually will receive it? So there's a little bit of assessment going on. In the same chapter, chapter 7, it goes on to say, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but underneath are ravenous wolves. It says, by their fruits you will know them. That basically says, a good tree bears good fruit, and a rotten tree bears...
The destruction of families is not good fruit. I can say that because that's behavior. Not judging the person, judging the behavior of the destruction of families and the hurting of children. So,
there's rotten fruit. This is one of those moments where Jesus is saying, yes, do not judge, do not condemn, but that does not mean we can't call balls and strikes. That does not mean we can't say this behavior is right, this behavior is wrong. In fact, as Christians, we have to. When Jesus says, beware of false prophets, we have to be able to identify who those false prophets are, right? When Jesus says that by their fruits, you'll know them. We have to be able to examine the fruit.
By their fruits.
In order to know, okay,
what they do, what they accomplish, what they give to this world, you will know them. You just have to look at it from a rational point of view. Now, if you're an angry person who's looking to cause destruction to another person, your vision is going to be skewed. And the fruit that somebody has to offer, hey, here's this apple. You can get him back. You can teach him a lesson. You can really hurt him. You can show him that you are not to be screwed with. That sounds fantastic. I'm in. Well, do you sure that's what God wants?
This is a false prophet, or this is false teaching, or this is not the way to live. So again, when Jesus is saying do not judge, he is not saying that we cannot assess people's behavior. We also first must assess our own behavior. That's what the whole wooden beam and our
I agree with that.
We have to first assess our own behavior. And we then have to assess others' behavior. We have to, by their fruit, still know them. We have to judge whether or not this is a true prophet, a false prophet. That's what he is saying. But what?
If people are out in the ocean, say a ship sank, there's a bunch of people out in the ocean treading water. And you're treading water, and you see somebody start to drown. What would you do? Would you say to him, no, you're doing great. You're doing wonderful. You're not doing anything wrong, while they slowly go under the water? Or would you go over there and go, hey, I got you. Now, you can't hold them up forever, can you? You got to get them to start swimming. So you got to say, hey, I need you to start treading some water here. Stop judging me. I can swim just fine. Give me a pair of glasses. You have to assess, hey, this person is going down a bad path. And as a Christian, Christ's teachings, it's up to us to bring people back to that path. I'm lucky enough to have been brought back to the path. Do I struggle with it? Yeah, I'm human. I'm not perfect. I fuck up all the time. All the time. I acknowledge it. And I try to be better the next day. I try to be better immediately. But when I go to bed at night, I assess myself. Hey, how was that day? No, I shouldn't have said that. That was a stupid thing to say. I'm going to apologize for that when okay, tomorrow will be better. I'm assessing myself. And then I assess other people's actions, because I don't want people dragging me down under the water, because that's what will happen. And if you really love someone, you're going to go over to them and say, you are not swimming well enough. I am too. Stop telling me I'm wrong. Okay, bye. And that's what most people do. That's why women are out here kind of going, why can't I find a man? So, am I bitter? I don't think so. I just take this to heart, that most people don't anymore. That I'm going to look at your behavior and I'm going to tell you, hey, that's not cool. Now, I'm not going to sit there and judge you as a person. I don't know what the hell you've been through. But your behavior right now is not working. If someone had told that to that poor girl in the beginning of this video, if someone had said to her, well, it sounds like people have actually. It sounds like people are now telling her that she's wrong, and she doesn't want to be told she's wrong. If someone had told her that at a young age and said, hey, Not cool. You've heard me say it before, and I'll say it right now. That's what happened to Mom. Mom was never told, that's uncool. Don't do that. Instead, her parents looked the other way. No, you're doing fine. It's okay. It's okay. No. We're not going to challenge you because we got better things to do. I've got an RC car to play with over here, and I'm going to go to church and let everybody know how holy I am. Sorry, going down a bad path of my own. All right, I'll think about that one tonight when I go to bed. But that's what happened. And so now we're struggling. All right, I'm going to wrap it up with that, because that was rattling around in my brain for a while there, and then it came out. And I don't want to be negative. Okay. I have to go get ready and go to work. Quick one though. I get to go pick up a new airplane. Brand new, out of the factory. I get to go pick up a new airplane. Huge honor and something super cool, but just a quick out and back. Go pick it up, drop it off, and then come right back home. Yay! I'm excited. Anything else? No, not really. Okay. Yeah. Let me leave you with this. All of those women, all of them, whether it be Nicole or Pearl or Emily or Amy, Tina, Leonarda, I said it right, Stalin, Amanda, Mace, not there, Jillian, Kristen, DLB, and Shalene's gone, but you get the point. Let me ask you a question about them, and I want you to come up with your own answer. Do any of those women need protection? What do you think? I know what I think. I'm curious what you think. Do those women need protection? We need protection. We've got to get her protection, and I'm going to be the hero with my glasses. Let me go change law firms. Hold on, I got kicked out of this one. Sorry. Okay, getting better. You think any of those women have any problem being told they're wrong? I know for a fact Mace Curran gets told she's wrong all the day. I watch Kristen Nunn get told by her trainer. She has her own personal trainer. You're doing that wrong. Fix that. And she doesn't go, well, stop telling me I'm wrong. Stop telling me I'm wrong. It's okay to be wrong. You're going to be wrong. Being wrong is great. I think what happened was women have now seen men and they go, how are you right all the time? How the hell does that happen? And they become a little bit intimidated by that, maybe feel a little bit of inferiority. And so they don't realize that men became that way by being told they're wrong and then trying to get better. They think just men just miraculously figured all this stuff out. No, men figured it out because they had to, and then they were told that they were wrong many, 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 many times. It's okay to be wrong. Be wrong. Take it and go, shit, I gotta fix that. All right, I love you, girls.